I'm on a mission to get my spark back this year. For me, part of that comes from my physical health. So right now, I'm focusing on weight loss and building new healthy habits so that I can become the best version of myself. However, changing my whole life overnight is neither realistic or sustainable. Instead, I believe in making small changes every day that will make me feel better in the long run. This is my journey. I'll admit, the last few weeks have been rough. I've been going through some tough times mentally, and between anxiety related to job searching, my burnout symptoms resurfacing, and the weather being altogether terrible, I have not been sticking to my healthy habits. But you know what I realized? These are just excuses. When I first started this journey a few months ago, I told myself that I was tired of feeling this way, of not loving myself, and I needed to push myself out of my comfort zone to become the best version of myself. But lately, I haven't been doing that. I've actually been kind of lazy, and that has fed into the slump that I've been feeling. And so this week, I'm taking my own life back into my hands and we're getting back on track. So here's the game plan. First, I want to weigh in daily. So today I'm checking in at 198.1 pounds, which means that I've been able to maintain my weight loss so far, but I just want to get back into the habit of having a data point to look upon every day. That will allow me to track my progress, but also not feeling too tied to the number that I see on the scale. Number two, I want to go back to tracking my food. I have not been tracking for the past couple of weeks. I just want to make sure that I'm eating within a calorie deficit, which brings me to number three, which is we're going back to the 2,000 calories a day. This is what has been working for me so far, so I just want to get back to basics. Number four, I want to drink at least 80 ounces of water a day. For me, that means 2 of these. Usually I aim for 3, which is about a gallon of water, but I've noticed that I haven't been drinking my water recently, and so I just want to get into the habit of drinking water regularly again, and so we're starting small, and if we can increase that, that's even better. Number five, we are bringing back the steps, and I am aiming to walk at least 8,000 steps a day. This is one area that I have not been sticking to recently, and that's kind of disappointing and surprising to me because this is the one area since I've started this journey where I felt like I was doing that every day and I had not missed a single day until the past few weeks happened and we have completely fallen off the bandwagon. So let's get back into the habit of walking every day. That usually helps me clear my head and just get some movement in without feeling like I have to hit the gym. And so I just want to get back into an active lifestyle. And number six, I want to go to the gym at least once this week. It doesn't matter if I only end up going once because I know I have a busy week ahead of me. And so if I can just get my butt back into the gym, I'll be happy. I would rather go less often, but go consistently than go 4 times this week and then not go at all for the next 3 weeks and then come back to having to build back the habit. And I feel like the longer I push it off, the harder it'll be for me to get back into the gym. So we're aiming for just the 1 gym workout this week. I also have a few side quests that I would like to take on this week. These are just extra things that I know will make me feel better mentally because let's be honest, I desperately need that. So first, I would like to go outside every day. It doesn't matter why, I just want to step outside of my apartment every single day. I just want to breathe in some fresh air and not stay inside all the time. I think I need that to get out of this rut. And so we are going to aim for once a day. Doesn't matter why, doesn't matter when, just need to do it. I also want to use what I have in my kitchen and avoid grocery shopping right now. My fridge, my pantry, and my freezer are filled to the brim right now, and yet I still feel like I have nothing to eat. I still reach for the same things over and over again, and I just end up purchasing new things all the time. And so this week, I just want to use what I have. I know I have a lot of good items stocked at home, and I just need to use that up because it's taking shelf space, getting a little bit messy, I'm not gonna lie. And so I just want to focus on using what I already have before making any new purchases. So I'm challenging myself to not go to the grocery store at all this week. I also want to journal every day. So I recently got this Wisdom of Pooh gratitude journal, and this is a habit that I've been really loving because it's helping me just slow down and reflect on my days. I love how the journal is structured, and I just want to keep up with this habit to make sure that I'm taking the time to be grateful for what I have because I feel like it's easy sometimes to go through life without realizing what you have in your life. It's also making me excited for the next day because there's space to write down something that you can look forward to, and I just want to make sure that I am taking the time for me and to reflect, and I think that's just going to help me feel better mentally. And so this is something that I really want to stick to this week. Finally, I would like to finish one book. Doesn't matter what, doesn't matter if it's something that I've already started, something new, but I want to finish one book this week. I have been slow to getting back into the habit of reading, but I'm not gonna lie, the past 2 weeks I have not been reading as much as usual. I've been watching a lot of TV actually, and I just want to take a step back from watching television and go back to one of my favorite hobbies, which is reading. So we just want to finish something. I am in the middle of 2 books, so there's a possibility there, but I could also just pick up something new and finish that in a week. So we are going to try to get back to reading. For lunch, I'm having a little bit of a snack plate situation. So I have some chicken, a baby cucumber, some baby carrots, some tortilla chips, which I'm gonna be enjoying with this guacamole, and some Renee's dip for a grand total of 556 calories.
We're in trances, going off to different places, different planets. Watch your aura pass me by, losing balance. What if we run out of time and second chances? Empty-handed. You like the fast life, you like to drive and get down and dirty, act like the bad guy. You want some love, be like when you feel like calling at midnight.
I was feeling a little snacky, so I made myself some hard-boiled eggs with some everything bagel seasoning. I just got off a freelance call and now I'm headed to the park to get my steps in. I will say it's very cold today, so it's probably going to be a short walk, but you know what? It's better than nothing. So let's go to the park. For dinner, I made myself one of my favorite go-to meals lately, which is a burger with some homemade fries and a little bit of light mayo to dip my fries in. Good morning. So for breakfast today, I'm having a bagel with butter, 2 hard-boiled eggs with everything bagel seasoning, and half a cup of frozen mango chunks for 487 calories. Today, I have a prospective call for a potential job opportunity. So I want to do a little bit of prep before then. The call is at 2 p.m. So this morning, I want to take my time, just get ready. I think it's supposed to be another nicer day out. So my goal would be to go outdoor again for my walk, but we'll see depending on what it looks like. Yesterday was really cold, so I would have to dress better if I do that again, but my plan is to get out.
All I have to do is my reading.
For lunch, I made myself a tomato sandwich with a leftover Parisian baguette that I bought this weekend, and I also added a few chicken nuggets on the side for extra protein for a grand total of 541 calories.
And I guess it's important to be meticulous and obsess over details, but it's also not what I initially filmed. It's hard because you have this attachment.
If you really want to make a change in your life, why aren't you starting right now?
to my first water of the day, and I also just got off my call, which as it turns out was more of an interview than I was expecting. I'm not sure how I did, but I guess we'll see, fingers crossed. Now, I think I'm going to go for a walk. It's kind of cold outside. It's below zero, and I think it's supposed to snow, but you know what? I'm in the mood to go out and get some fresh air in, especially after kind of a stressful call. I think I just need to let go, get some steps in, listen to some music, jam out. And usually I like to go to this park for my walks, but today I think I'm just gonna walk in my neighborhood. I don't love the vibes there, but I don't feel like taking my car to go anywhere. Just got back from my walk. It was definitely snowing more than I thought it would. I had to recurl some of my hair because it was looking a little flat. But anyway, I've changed, I'm cozy, and now I have to get a little bit more work done for my freelance gig before dinner. It's only 4 o'clock, so I think I have maybe an hour or an hour and a half ahead of me. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna be finally able to unwind and get ready for the evening. I got a little snacky, so I made myself some everything rice cakes with some hummus for a grand total of 229 calories. For dinner, I'm having some butter chicken with some jasmine white rice and some edamame. This brings my grand total for today to a little bit over 2,000 calories. Good morning. So I just finished getting ready because I have another interview today. The interview is in about an hour. So right now I'm just gonna do my prep. I'm gonna read my notes and get ready for this interview, which fingers crossed maybe might lead to something. I guess I've been having a lot of movement in that department recently. I've been applying to tons of jobs, but I haven't heard back from a lot. But I guess now the wind is shifting and I am hearing back from more positions than I applied to. So that's great. But anyway, I really hope to go for an outdoor walk today because it's such a nice day out. I don't know if you can really tell, but the sun is out, and even though it might still be cold, I know it's going to do wonders for my mental health, so I'm already looking forward to that moment. I just finished my interview and went really well. Now I'm feeling a little bit snacky, so I'm gonna have this Built Puff protein bar, and then I need to clean up my apartment. I feel like I need to vacuum at the very least. Step goal is officially reached. I just got back from my walk, so I poured myself a little fun drink as a reward. And now I think I'm going to play some Disney Dreamlight Valley because there's a new update with new characters and a new star path. So I'm gonna unwind, and then later on we'll get ready for dinner.
Usually I like to listen to podcasts in the morning so I don't have to watch anything, and I can...
For dinner, I'm having the leftover butter chicken from yesterday, some edamame, some naan, and of course a Diet Coke. Good morning. So today was the first time this week where I could truly take my time in the morning, enjoy myself, get ready, and so that's exactly what I did. Now, I will admit that this week has been a little bit more chaotic than usual. It's definitely been busier than I'm used to for sure, and so I haven't had the opportunity to update you guys as much as I would have wanted to. So far, I would say that this week has been going pretty well, all things considered. I mean, I was kind of in a rut recently, and since I've gotten back on these healthy habits, I feel myself coming back to life. I just feel happier, I have more energy, and I don't know if it's just due to the weather or if it's the fact that I'm back on my routine, but I am just feeling alive. And I love that for me. So I will say, so far the hardest part for me this week has definitely been the diet component. I don't know why, but I haven't been able to stick to my 2,000 calories a day. I've been averaging actually about 2,400 calories a day, which is way higher than I would like it to be. And for some reason, I am able to do it throughout the day. I think I'm pacing myself well. I'm having meals that keep me satisfied. I'm not snacking as much as usual. But then at nighttime, for some reason, between like 7 and 10 o'clock, I'm starting to feel hungry, and I don't know if it's like boredom. I don't know if it's because my meals aren't satisfying enough. I really don't know exactly what it is, but I've been finding myself very snacky at night, and I'm not necessarily making the best decisions then usually, and that's why I haven't been sharing it with you guys, because I feel ashamed of myself. I had been able to do this previously, kick this habit to the curb, but for some reason it's back, and it could just be where I'm at in my cycle. It could be something else, but I need to get that checked out. I need to work on myself and make sure that I make at least better decisions if I want to have a nighttime snack. I will say this side quest of mine of using what I have in my kitchen right now means that I am kind of going for the unhealthy options that I had stocked that I haven't been using because I knew they weren't the best for me. And because it's there and I don't want to go to the grocery store because the goal is just to empty out my fridge, my freezer, my pantry so that I can start fresh, I feel like I'm gravitating towards those things that were at the back of my fridge or my pantry, and like I don't want to throw them out because I spent money on those, but at the same time I'm struggling with maybe portion control. So it's definitely been a little bit trickier than usual. So the diet part I really want to work on in the next couple of days. Even though I will be going home, I'm actually leaving today to go to my parents for the weekend. What I'm surprised by is the fact that even though like my diet has been messy, I've still been losing weight. I started this week at 198.1 and I'm currently at 196.8, which means that I've lost about 1.5 pounds since we started the week. Now I know it's only Thursday, we're only halfway through this week and things could still change, but I'm seeing progress even when I'm not perfect. And to me, that's just a reminder that consistency, however messy it is better than perfection. I just need to remind myself that progress isn't always linear and that what I'm doing my best is better than not doing anything at all. Otherwise, I have been sticking to my goals overall. I mean, I've been getting my steps in, I've been drinking my water, and the only thing I haven't been able to fit in so far this week is a gym workout. And I'll be honest with you, I don't think it's going to be happening just because I'm headed home for the next couple of days. You know what? It's fine. I would rather be moving my body in some capacity, hitting my step goal every day, get some fresh air, than not do anything at all. We can't be perfect all the time, and that's fine. Now, about my side quests. I have been going outside every single day, and honestly, I think it's been doing wonders for my mental health. I always knew that touching grass was better than staying inside, but for some reason, the weather was just not agreeing with me. But now that I can go out, I just feel myself being less anxious. I can let go more easily. Just feel like that's my moment for me every day where I can just disconnect with the world and be with myself. Jam out to some music, romanticize my life a little bit, and enjoy life. And that's what I've been doing. Another thing that I haven't been sharing with you, but I have been doing is journaling every day. Actually, that's kind of a lie. I forgot to do it yesterday, but I did fill out my journal today for yesterday. So I did that, but I have been sticking with that habit. I've been really enjoying having the structure of a gratitude journal. So that's definitely something that I want to continue moving forward. I feel like it's a great moment for me to reflect and really think about what am I grateful for today? What can I look forward to tomorrow? How has my day been going overall? So I've been enjoying that little reflective moment at the end of every day. Also, as for reading updates, I finished reading Assistant to the Villain last night. I am so glad that I picked this up right now. I've been enjoying myself immensely reading this. I'm giving this a 4 out of 5 stars. It was so fun. I had heard people liked it. Some people were like, it's mid at best. But personally, I don't know if it's because my expectations were lower, but I had such a great time. Super fun. If you like a cozy fantasy, but you would like a little bit of romance, this is the book for you. I'm actually considering stopping by the bookstore today to pick up books 2 and 3 because with that ending, I need to find out what happens next. As I said, the second half of this week will be spent at my parents. So my plan is to pack like my food scale, my actual scale, and some workout clothes so that at the very least I have the tools so that I can still keep up with my healthy habits while I'm at my parents. I might pick up a couple of books. I might also bring my Kindle and just maybe pick up books 2 and 3 on the way to my parents. We'll see. Let's go. Just got to my parents' place, but I already have to run out the door because I have a meeting at 2:30 and it's currently 1:45. I have to drive there, find parking, and so we have to head out the door. So I'm back at my parents and I have great news. I just got a job offer. I had to pour myself a little celebratory Diet Coke as a reward because it feels so good to feel wanted, you know? And they're giving me a couple of days to think about it, so I'll just make sure to review the contract and everything to make sure this is the best fit for me. But feels really good. I think right now I'm just gonna stay outside, soak up the sun a bit. I was gonna maybe go for a walk, but it's very windy and I don't know that I want to tie my hair back up and everything. And I'm also at 6,672 steps so far today, so I'm definitely gonna hit my 8,000 steps regardless. So I think I'm just gonna chill out for a bit outside. Maybe I'll bring out a book and we're just gonna enjoy the sun and celebrate this great news. Good morning. So today I woke up bright and early because I have to drive my mom to an eye doctor appointment. I think today is going to end up being an errand day that I spend with my mom. So that's probably how I will end up getting my steps in. Now I actually have to head out the door. So let's go.
True love's first kiss. Why, that's ever gonna happen.
I literally just hit my step goal and finished my second water of the day. We're cutting it a little short tonight, but you know what? We made it work. Now I'm going to bed. Hi. So I feel like I haven't talked to you guys a lot since I got here, and honestly that tracks because whenever I'm with my parents I tend to just forget to vlog. I just want to be present and in the moment and spend time with my family, and so picking up my camera isn't coming up to me as naturally as it does when I'm at home. Also yesterday I was exhausted. I ended up waking up at 4 a.m. because I just couldn't fall back asleep. I went to the bathroom, went back to bed, and couldn't fall asleep. It's like my brain was wired, it was awake, but my body was exhausted. So throughout the morning I was just dead, and I don't drink coffee, so for me that was very tricky to stay up. That's why you didn't see a lot of footage yesterday, and it's also why it was kind of tough for me to fit in my steps and everything. I still did it, but for some reason it was kind of a struggle to just do the minimum, but that's fine. Today I'm well rested and we are ready for a new day. I don't really have any solid plans so far today. It's very gloomy out. It's probably going to be a cozy day spent at home. I am planning on getting my steps in at some point today. It is supposed to become better outside, like it's supposed to stop raining eventually, so I think I will try to go for an outdoor walk. Otherwise I could probably do a Get Fit with Rick workout or something to get my steps in inside, but we are going to achieve everything today for sure. And then as for the rest, I think I may want to read for the most part. I did get a few books when I was at Indigo the other day and I forgot to share them with you, so let me just do a quick little book haul. First we have Assassin's Blade by Sarah J Maas. So I've already read Throne of Glass like 10 years ago and I want to do a reread before ACOTAR 6 and 7 release. So I already had a copy of Throne of Glass at home, but I don't own the rest of the series physically, at least not yet. My goal was to start rereading them and buy them as I go, but I think this time time around, I want to do the other recommended reading order, meaning starting with Assassin's Blade. The first time I read this series, I read Throne of Glass, Crown of Midnight, and I want to say Hairfire before picking up this one, and then I continued with the rest of the series. But I know a lot of people recommend reading this one first now, so I want to try maybe this reading order. And also, I know that I have been kind of dreading getting back into this world, and I don't know why, because I remember really loving this series. So I don't know if it's because it's a big fantasy world, and I know if I start it, it's going to be a big series for me to marathon, or like I'm not sure what exactly intimidates me about this, but I feel like because this is a short story collection, I feel like it might be easier for me to get back into it. It might just be a little bit more digestible than reading a full-length novel, you know? So anyway, I bought this, and then I also got books 2 and 3 in the Assistant to the Villain series. So we have Apprentice to the Villain, and then we have Accomplice to the Villain. So I'm very excited to pick these up. I will probably start with this one soon, actually. I'm kind of in the mood to just binge this. It's so fun. I'm thinking maybe we could start with this, but to be honest, I kind of want to finish The Reckoning, which is book 3 in the Zodiac Academy series. I started this a few weeks ago, and then because I had been reading the series back to back to back, I felt like it was getting a little bit repetitive. And so yesterday, while I was at my mom's appointment, I picked this back up again. I'm already super excited to continue reading. It was so easy to slide back in. So I think I may want to finish that one first, and then we can pick up one of my physical reads. But honestly, I'm kind of in the mood to just binge this. I feel like this could be fun. And since it has been on my currently reading shelf on Goodreads, if you will, for a while, I kind of want to just get it done and then move on. So I think that's kind of the game plan for today. I may also want to do a little bit of editing. So yeah, not a lot of exciting stuff coming ahead, but we're gonna have a cozy, relaxing day. I think I kind of need that today. Step goal is reached. So I've reached the part of the day where I'm ready to unwind, and I'm going to fill out my journal for the day. It's a habit that I haven't fully developed yet. I've noticed this week that at the beginning of the week, I was really adamant on filling it out at the end of every day. But as the week went on, and obviously it could be due to the fact that I wasn't in my regular environment, I wasn't my parents, and therefore I had to think about it a little extra hard. But it's something that I haven't done nearly as much. I have still tried to complete it every day, but I have skipped a day or two. So tonight I want to take the time to actually reflect on my day and fill out today's spread. So let's do that. It's time for the final recap. This week, I went from 198.1 to 196.5 pounds, which means that I've lost 1.6 pounds. I'll admit, I'm really surprised to see this number because I was fully expecting to see either maintenance or weight gain this week. I know my diet hasn't been the best, and I haven't been able to fit in a gym workout, for instance, so I was low-key expecting for things to not move at all, and I was ready to just come in and tell you, oh, it's okay, I just wanted to get back into it and build those healthy habits again. But clearly my system is working because I am seeing results. So that's very exciting, especially since 196 is the lowest number that I've seen in a while. And so that means that things are working. It's also happening kind of quickly, but also kind of slowly, which I'm happy about. Like, I feel like the pace at which I've been losing weight is perfect for me. I would rather lose it a little bit slower and be able to maintain this weight loss than lose all of it really quickly and then gain it all back. Now, let's look at each of our tasks. First, we have the daily weigh-in and the food tracking. Both of those for me are data entry points. I'm trying to detach myself from what I see on the scale or the calories that I consume. Now, I know this week the calories have been a little bit chaotic. We'll talk about that in a bit, but I feel like even though it's not been going the best, I have still been able to detach myself from it. It's just a number. At the end of the day, I need to remind myself that it's about how I feel, and I want to listen to my body, and yes, I want to look my best, but I also want to be and feel healthy. I feel like just doing this has been helping me heal my relationship with both food and the scale. I'm just really happy that this week I didn't spiral, even though things didn't go according to plan. I will say the food tracking was a little tougher this week, and it could just be that I haven't been doing it for the past couple of weeks, it was kind of harder for me to remember to track the food that I was eating, especially when I was at my parents'. While I did bring my food scale, sometimes it would be tough to like measure out what I was actually consuming because let's say my mom baked cookies. Well, I don't know exactly what she put in those cookies, you know? So I tried to guesstimate, and so my calorie average for the end of this week is maybe higher than I was expecting, but I'm also aware that there are things that I had to kind of guesstimate, and I'm always erring on the side of caution, and I try to overestimate instead of underestimating. Let's talk about that calorie deficit now. So the 2,000 calories a day. I did not stick to this week. I tried my hardest, but I don't think there's a single day this week that I was actually able to maintain like the 2,000 calories, which usually comes to me easily, and I'm not exactly sure why that is. As I've mentioned, I think previously in the week, I felt hungrier, especially at the beginning of the week. I felt hungrier at night, and I don't know if it's because I was just watching TV and getting bored, and so I was just more inclined to want a snack, but I just could not pass up a good snack in the evening. So I probably will have to change that habit. I'm not necessarily saying I need to cut out the snack, but I probably could be making healthier choices. And the second half of the week was a little bit more out of my control. Because I was at my parents', I was kind of at the mercy of what they had at home. But also I ate out 3 times in 48 hours, and that was kind of insane. It's not something that I typically would do. Thankfully, I managed to still make healthy choices. Like, yes, I went to McDonald's, I had my regular meal, but then in the evening, I went to Subway with my dad and we split a foot long together. So that wasn't that bad. And then when I went out to eat with my mom, we had like this Thai food plate that we split in half. So I was mindful of the portions that I was consuming, but it's still a lot more than I typically would do. I just want to spend time with my family and my loved ones. And if that means enjoying a meal every once in a while that is not home cooked, or if it means going out with them to eat, I'm okay with that. I would rather just have a good time and enjoy my time with them than feel bad the entire time because I'm eating this or that. And I don't want to demonize food. I know that eating out isn't necessarily always the best for me, but at the end of the day, it's okay. I want to have like a balanced, healthy lifestyle, and I know that comes with it. So I don't want to cut out anything, and that's what I did this week. I was just trying to be mindful and remind myself to track my food. It wasn't the greatest week. It wasn't perfect, but I still did the thing. I still showed up for myself in other ways, and I'm happy with that. As for my water goal, this is something that I was able to accomplish every day. I will say there are a couple of nights where I had to basically chug my second water of the day. So I really want to get back into making water more of a priority because this is something that I've noticed that I haven't been consuming as much recently. And I'm not sure exactly why. I feel like I've been maybe getting bored with my water and I've been trying to replace it with like sodas, but I know these are not the best things for me. So I really want to try to increase my water intake. As for our step goal, this was honestly one of the easiest parts of my day. I'm starting to really enjoy my outdoor walk specifically. I love the fact that it's spring now because I can go outside and walk, and it just makes it so much more relaxing and refreshing and just more fun, honestly, than just being inside. I don't mind the walking pad and the treadmill. I'm at the part of the year where I just want to get outside. It's spring. We are finally out of winter, so I just want to enjoy and savor every moment of it. I think overall we did really well with the steps. I was able to hit my 8,000 steps every day, and most days I even went way above that. So I just want to keep up with that. This is the one thing that I know is helping me heal both physically and mentally. Now for the workout part, I did not manage to get a workout in at the gym this week, and you know what? That's okay. I'm in this phase of life right now where it just is busier and it's harder for me to prioritize the gym, especially since I've been traveling back and forth and I don't have access to a gym when I'm at my parents', and it's overall just been a little bit more tricky for me to dedicate my time to the gym. And right now, steps are my priority, and that's fine. Eventually I'll want to find a balance, but for now I'm happy with just moving my body every day, no matter what that movement is. Now let's take a look at our side quests. First, I wanted to go outside every day. I've done that, and honestly it has done a wonder for my mental health, so this is definitely something that I want to continue doing moving forward. I wanted to use what I currently have stocked in my kitchen, so avoid grocery shopping. This is once again something that I have done, but as I've touched upon earlier in the week, I feel like that has kind of made the making healthy decision part a little bit more difficult and challenging because the things that I haven't used in my kitchen tend to be things that lean on the unhealthy side of things, and so that's why I haven't been using them. But this is definitely something that I want to keep doing because I know I have so many things in my kitchen that I either need to throw out or to consume because I have a fully stocked fridge, freezer, and pantry. I wanted to journal every day, and so far I think I've done that 5 or 6 days out of the 7. This is something that is not quite the reflex for me yet, but it is something that I really want to keep doing. I don't mind not doing it every single day, but it is something that I want to incorporate into my routine because I feel like it just makes me me slow down. It forces me to really reflect on myself, on my day, and just take the time to appreciate what I have, but also get excited about life. Finally, I wanted to finish one book, and I've done that. I actually finished Assistant to the Villain earlier this week. Absolutely loved it. I have bought books 2 and 3, and I am very excited to continue on with the series. I've also picked back up The Reckoning, which is book 3 in the Zodiac Academy series, so I am looking forward to continuing that one as well. But I'm really happy that I've reincorporated reading into my life, because for me, this is a hobby that I just love. It's part of who I am. It's part of my identity. And whenever I'm not doing it, it feels like something is off. So the fact that I've managed to reincorporate it into my routine just means that I'm probably doing a lot better mentally. Despite this week being super chaotic, I'm really proud of what I've been able to accomplish and achieve. I am very excited for what's to come. I feel like the next month is going to be very, I guess, intriguing. Things are about to fall into place. I can feel it, and I'm very excited to continue this journey. So make sure to subscribe if you want to follow along. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!